Hello everyone, Meteorologist Carly Smith here. I don't have this pulled up on Facebook yet, but we are getting it going. Right now, we've got several severe thunderstorms, but the one I really want to focus on is this one that is passing through Kingsville. You are not under the severe thunderstorm warning. I repeat that, Kingsville, you're not under the severe thunderstorm warning, but the storm is passing through. Baffin Bay, things are about to get crazy. So if you know anyone over the Baffin Bay area, please let them know they should not be out on the water at this time. That's going to be a very dangerous situation as the hail and the wind are going to pick up with the strong to severe thunderstorm. Severe thunderstorm warning is until, actually it says the marine warning is till 7:45. The severe thunderstorm warning was just updated to be till 7:30. So that thunderstorm now updated till 7:30. So one of the big impacts, again, this storm is moving through Clayburgh County, right north of Kennedy County. That is really the only warning in the coastal bend at this time. So we are seeing a few thunderstorms starting to show up across Driscoll and portions of Corpus Christi. Padre Island just got in, Flower Bluff got in on some of the rain that is from that first storm that moved through Kingsville. Now we've got the second storm moving through Kingsville, but Kingsville, you are missing out on the large hail at this time. I'm still here. Don't worry, I am sending out an update across all of our platforms. And I will get to answer all of your questions here shortly. Okay, here's the live one. So big hail with the first storm that went through there. I believe that's probably from Kingsville. Kingsville had some hail with the first storm. The hail core is south of you with this storm. So I think that's important to note that Kingsville right now, you're seeing the weaker side of the storm, but still a lot of lightning. In fact, a new updraft may be trying to develop right over Kingsville between Kingsville and Bishop. We'll get a look at the hail track now as we speak. So right here, the hail track core, this is a little delayed. It's probably right over Rivera right now, so we'll get some readings of the size. 1 inch hail headed right toward Rivera. Something I don't know why doesn't show up on our system. I'll have to look into that. Ricado also under this, so I don't know why Ricado doesn't show up, but Ricado and Rivera right there along Highway 77, both are going to be under this hail core as it passes through. So when we pull up the radar once again, the good news is I'm not seeing any pink. So if we were seeing pink, that would be indicating hail that would be larger than 1 inch in diameter, and I'm not seeing that. So the good news is it does look like the hail core has shrinked a little bit, but 1 inch hail definitely likely anywhere between Ricado and Rivera along Highway 77. So not wise to be driving between Rivera and Kingsville at this time. Very dangerous situation. Also not going to be wise if you know anyone on Baffin Bay. Now is the time to tell them to get to shore, because it is going to get really dangerous there. Hopefully storms have already been passing through, so hopefully everybody's off of Baffin Bay, but I would advise anyone on Baffin Bay to take shelter, get to shore, and hopefully everyone has their life jackets in their boats if they are still out in the water. Laguna Madre there, where Baffin Bay meets the Laguna Madre, that is also going to be under a marine warning and then off into the Gulf. This is the first storm that went through, still looking to produce some hail, but that's now all offshore. So what we are seeing again is our severe thunderstorm warning is until 7:30. That was just updated 7:30, but it's moving across Rivera right now. Kingsville, you are not in that severe thunderstorm warning, but you are getting the heavy rain from the storm. So all of the stronger hail is going to be to your south. Looking south, this is where the stronger storms are right now. Look at this one. There's This one right here, that one's looking really large. This is well south of the coastal bend, and it is going to be for Starr County until 7:15. They are indicating tennis ball size hail in this storm. Tennis ball, that is very large. That will easily cause damage, possibly breaking windshields of cars as it falls. So very dangerous situation there heading toward the valley. Their night is only getting started. Well, our night is starting to come to an end. So our severe thunderstorm watch is until 7 p.m. Let me make sure that that's still the case. Marine warning, warning, warning. Okay, I don't think I see any updates on the watch. We can look at it here to make sure. So this shows all of our watches and warnings. The watch is in pink. That is going to be until 7 p.m. And then we have our warning also, which is Rivera, as well as Clayburgh County. That is until 7:30. And then additionally, we have our marine warning, which is not being picked up with my query tool, but the marine warnings do continue as well past 7:30. So that's what we're tracking right now. The hail, definitely a dangerous situation. You definitely don't want to have your car out in that. Even at 1/4 of an inch, it can cause minor damage. Anything larger than 1/4 of an inch, that is where things get crazy. So right now, Corpus Christi, we're finally getting in on some of the rain. Look at that. So lots of lightning strikes starting to show up in Nueces County. Not as much as with the stronger storms, but the good news is this storm moving through Nueces County is not going to produce any severe weather. It is only going to be a little loud and rowdy out there. So here we have it, those storms picking up. Let's look at the velocity. Yeah, the winds aren't even that strong. The strongest wind is already passed through Rivera, so you are in the clear for the strong wind, 40 miles per hour, the peak wind. But again, it is the hail. Let's see where it's showing up now. So again, this is delayed, but right now you're probably still seeing some hail in Rivera, and then that hail is going to continue to move east toward Baffin Bay. So that's what we will continue to be seeing. Not too much concern elsewhere, but overall, yeah, the strongest hail, the largest hail is going to be to our south now. Definitely some hazardous conditions there headed toward Port Mansfield along the National Seashore. Wouldn't want to be right there right now. But overall, once this passes through, we're going to get some really nice weather tomorrow. It's still going to be hot because it will be sunny. Yeah, finally sunny. That's going to be a huge plus. But let me get back on Facebook so I can answer questions. Rainy and Falfurious, thundering inside. Hail in Rivera. If you have photos of the hail, let us know. We've got hail reports in Rivera and Ricado. Raindrops showing up. So yeah, definitely thankful to be getting some rain in Corpus Christi. We're going to take a look at those rainfall totals here now. But for anyone that's just joining, the one severe thunderstorm warning I'm concerned with is moving over Rivera right now. That severe thunderstorm is right there. Hope everyone is safe in San Diego. The storms have passed San Diego. So Alice, Orange Grove, Mathis, Beeville, all of those locations are in the clear. Not going to see any more rain or thunderstorms throughout the rest of the day. We got quarter-size hail in San Diego. Great, Jesse, if you have any photos of that, please send them my way. My Facebook page is Carly Smith WX. Carly Smith WX. You can message me, post it on a comment, or whatever the fastest way to get it there. I would appreciate that very much. So, once again, Rivera is where the hail core would be. Let's take off the lightning and see where the latest reading is. So it's almost passed through Rivera. In fact, I think they took off the severe thunderstorm warning. That's a great sign. That means the hail has shrunk, is no longer reaching that 1/4 inch in diameter. That would be amazing. Yeah, I'm trying my other radar scans just to make sure I didn't click on a weird one where I took off the hail or the warnings. but let me go to my National Weather Service chat and get that confirmed. Yep, canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Claiborne County. So that is the newest update. Let me go back to Facebook. Everything is right here on my phone, so it's hard to switch back and forth. 2/10 of an inch of rain on the south side, drizzling now. Yeah, post your rainfall totals. Of course, I appreciate that. We'll go over the radar estimated. Now, anywhere that saw hail will overdo the radar estimated amount because it thinks that the raindrop was as large as that hailstone, or all the raindrops were as large as that hailstone, but that's not really the case. So it kind of skews those numbers a bit. Michelle, you've loved these last few days. If you like it cloudy, I think we would like it cool and cloudy, probably. But I'm surprised nobody's worried about my mic volume. None of those comments have came up because it was not on. So now we've got the mic on. I'm not going to worry about making the cord look pretty. Hopefully this helps improve any sound. But I guess it was doing okay because I've gotten more reports of the sound being horrible when the mic was on versus when it was off. But yeah, so right now the time is 6:56 and we are clear of any severe thunderstorm warnings or watches. So that is fabulous news. Let's take a look at some of our cameras while we're at it. So this is going to be the Lex camera. And it's just looking rather cloudy. All of the activity is to the south, and that's mostly the direction we're looking. So not going to see, well, we might actually get some cool sunsets if this can continue to pass and get some sun breaking through. Let's go back to this image. See what the clouds are doing. So we do have, so what happens is we get an anvil that kind of develops. So that's usually really high, kind of almost up where the cirrus clouds are. And so that's going to be working against our sunset. But if we can just all get under that anvil, then we'll get that really pretty sunset where it's like reflecting off the anvil. That would be amazing. I hope that that happens. But yeah, right now we are starting to see clearing, at least up into, it looks like, portions of McMullen County and just west of there. Aransas Pass is starting to see some rain right now. We will go back to the radar. And so it's just a little bit of kind of light to moderate rain that's going to move through Aransas Pass. Nothing too crazy, not going to get any hail out of that storm. The one storm that could still produce some hail across Baffin Bay is this one that's passing over Rivera. But once again, we are going to see the hail core now just to the west. It is going to track toward Loyola Beach. I think somewhere over here is the delicious King's Inn restaurant. So anyone in that area, cars could get some hail on them. Hopefully not. I don't know exactly where that restaurant is, but I know it's somewhere in this vicinity. And so hail near that area, definitely. It's going to continue to track across Baffin Bay, and this will be the last storm I'm worried about in the coastal bend. Once it gets through the region, we will be done. So that's the good news there. Oh, rainfall totals. I was going to look at those. It is finally thundering in Corpus Christi. Not a lot of rainfall. It's actively falling. We need to get the rain at the airport for it to count, and right now it's got nothing showing up on our radar estimated rain, but you can see this path. We had two storms kind of track right over the same area, which is kind of rare. Usually one storm kind of weakens the storm that follows, but we had two storms move through Kingsville, and that is where some of the highest rainfall totals have been, around an inch in some of those areas. Again, if there was any hail, that skews the numbers a little bit. A half an inch to an inch is pretty likely. So yeah, not bad in terms of rain. This is only the last 3 hours, so let me go to the observe precip and make it go back further so we see what fell in San Antonio as well. So there we have it. It looks like our watershed got in on some of the rain. I'll talk watershed details coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. We'll talk about our next opportunity for rain, which looks like it would be Thursday coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. But again, if you are right along Highway 77, and then east of there, that we're still active along Highway 77, but anywhere west of Highway 77, we are pretty much in the clear. We still have some storms moving through Falfurrias that will likely pass over Rivera. I don't expect those to become severe because this area has been overworked by these storms. They're going to be more stable. The strong to severe weather now headed toward the valley. That's where the action is going to be. Let's see if they let the watch expire. They did. So it does look like our valley counties are the counties that fall under the Brownsville-Harlingen National Weather Service region. They are still under the severe thunderstorm watch. So that is going to be Kennedy County and Brooks County, as well as Jim Hogg County. That severe thunderstorm watch is until 10 p.m. Y'all will likely be cleared earlier than 10 p.m., but 10 p.m. for those far southern counties, so portions of Brooks County and into Kennedy County. But there we have it. We'll take one last look at the radar. We have a strong storm south of Encino. That is producing some pretty large hail. We've got the hail right here, tracking right around 1.4 inches in diameter. So we will see that continuing to track into Kennedy County for any farm, ranch land, King Ranch area. I'm not sure how far south that extends, but southern Kennedy County is going to get around an inch of hail from that storm. This storm continues to weaken as it approaches Baffin Bay. Falfurrias, you could see a little bit of pea-sized hail, but otherwise, yeah, we're moving into the clear. We've got the cold front on the way that's going to have temperatures in the 60s and low 70s tonight. That will feel so nice. All of that information again. She's Brooks County and indicated county, but there we have it. Mark, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Water levels, I don't think this is enough to really raise our water levels in our lake, but it might slow down it falling at least a little bit. Heavy rain on SPID and Nile. Got a bit of hail live on the west side of 77 in Rivera. So should be clearing out the hail. Again, if you have any hail photos, please send those my way. You can go to Carly Smith WX, or I'm not sure what the lower third says. That might be my email address. You can email me the photos if that is down there, csmith@kiiitv.com. Yep, that's my email address. You can also send photos that way of any hail. If you've got a quarter or a ruler that you could put the hail on, that would be super helpful. And this doesn't only help me, it also helps the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service are the ones that put out those watches and warnings, right? And so they need to verify how they did with their watches and warnings, and also do any damage reports or damage surveys if necessary. But typically with hail, they don't necessarily do that, but it is important for them to verify their forecast so they can improve the forecast down the road. Whether or not it verified, they figure out why. We do the same thing here. I'll look at the photos. The ground truth is so important. We don't always get that. So sending in photos seems arbitrary, but it is super helpful in helping us improve our forecast down the road. So we can compare it to radar data and know what to look for in the future or how to improve. And so that's why sending photos is so important. This storm picking up a lot of lightning as it's tracking toward Baffin Bay. So we may still get some hail that could cause some damage there into portions of Baffin Bay and along northern Kennedy County. But that's, again, we are finally starting to clear things out. Aransas is past. The showers are weakening as they approach you, but you're getting some good rumbles of thunder. We're getting some nice rain here now on our tower cam. Let me find it. Oh, just kidding. I can't show you it because I was trying to move the Lex camera. So anyway, we are getting some nice rain out here. That's a great song, Mark. Thunder always happens when it's raining. Not always true. Thunder can happen when it's not raining. Again, tonight at 10. We focused a lot on the storms during the 5 and the 6. At 10, we're going to get your full week ahead forecast. So you'll want to tune in tonight at 10. KIII TV, Channel 3 News, and we'll get an update on how much rain we saw, all the latest rainfall totals, the wind forecast for the upcoming week, and then the storm opportunity that comes again on Thursday, and the sunshine we're expecting on Tuesday. So I hope you tune in and watch. But for now, I'm going to go back to the radar and leave it up for a little bit. And this actually might be a rainfall total map. Yeah, here's our rainfall totals over the last 3 hours. And then here's the latest radar imagery. Wait, I clicked too aggressively. That is a great sign, seeing that, again, the watch was allowed to expire. So we're basically in the clear, except for areas into Claiborne County and then into Brooks, Jim Hoggs County, and Kennedy County. Those are the counties that are still under the watch until 10 p.m. Here's that radar imagery that I will leave this on while I end this. Have a great night, everybody. Hope you got some rain that you wanted or needed, and not a lot of hail. But if you did get some hail, please send photos. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith on 3 News.